Hey everyone, how's it going? Shuffle's back here with another video, and we are back for video number 2 on this brand new channel. Today what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the arena phase of, or the arena portion of the Arbiter grind. Before we get into that though, thank you to the few people who subscribed to my very first video on the channel yesterday. Today, before we get into the Arbiter portion of this, I want to talk a little bit about the events and why I'm grinding Fire Knight here. This is Fire Knight 19, because I'm not quite at the point of... I don't have the units to be able to grind 20, because it's different affinity than this, and I can't quite do 21. So I'm grinding this for the tournament that's ongoing currently. The thing I want to mention is kind of resource allocation early on. As you guys know, I'll show you my login date here. I forget what day it is exactly, somewhere in the 60s. Really, you have to be, as someone who isn't putting money into this game or somebody who is a low spender, you have to be really careful as to where you allocate your resources. And I feel like these tournaments is a big one of them. One thing I see a lot and I hear a lot from people is we missed that cold heart pushback got resisted both times there. Um, this guy should have been pretty much cleared by now, but we missed both turn meter pushbacks. Anyway, there is a Fire Knight tournament going on. There's also a champion leveling event going on. Um, you're just not, unless you're spending on the game, you're not going to have enough energy to be able to complete both events. And the very last award for the Fire Knight tournament is an epic tome. And as you guys know, skill ups, there we go. We finally landed that pushback. Did we get anything good here? Fury with speed, attack, and res. These do not really go together, but I don't have a lot of options for Fury, so we'll save it for now. Take a look later. But because it's an epic tone from this tournament, I do want to, at the very least, even if I can't get the equipment, I at the very least want to get that epic tome, because it's very difficult to skill up your units in this game, or your champions. Let's take a quick look at the daily login rewards. Today we got this, day 68. We got the 5-star amulet. Unfortunately, I couldn't even, it was so bad that I couldn't even find it in my inventory. It's in there somewhere. I don't know where it went. But whatever it was, it's not usable. Oh, and it's reset. What do you know? So anyway, to wrap up the what I was thinking there with the resource allocation, just be very careful. Don't try and don't half-ass one and half-ass two when you could have put all your resources into one and potentially got an epic book. I feel like a lot of people end up doing that, and instead of getting a book, they get just the first couple of rewards from each of them, whereas they could have gotten the really good rewards at the end from focusing all their energy in one area. Especially something like Fire Knight, it's not like Golem where maybe you don't even really need the gear. Fire Knight, you're always going to need that gear. It's very good gear. I went hard on the Dragon tournament with my farming, and then I went hard on the Fire. Now I'm going hard on the Fire Knight tournament. I'm currently, I think, third. I would love to finish top 2 to get some equipment as well. That's kind of my strategy as a low to zero spend player in the game. What we're going to do here, so yesterday, I think I don't remember if I showed you guys or not, I did 2 runs on Ultimate Nightmare to get me into this Divine Chest territory, because I'm not quite at the point of being able to finish it yet. Because I used 4 keys yesterday, I only have 3 keys for today. So I did 1 key on Brutal to finish the max chest here on Brutal. I forget what I got, like 24, 25k. And then I used my other 2 keys on Nightmare. HP with speed. Speed and res. The other 2 subsets aren't very good, but we'll definitely keep it. You never know where that's going to roll. And then, of course, we got the ultimate chest here, like we do every day. Oof, rough day today. hopefully we can get to the point where our clan is being able to finish these so that we can get double the rewards there. And I'm hoping to be able to get that Ultra Nightmare done as well. Maybe at the end of the video here, we'll run our Nightmare run, since I didn't show you guys yesterday what I've been doing. But what I want to talk about mainly is Arena. So we've been working on these missions. I'm currently at 36 out of 60 for Arbiter. And the next two hard missions for me are going to be upgrade a Great Hall bonus to level 9, which costs 900 gold bars. Then we've got a bunch of easy ones up until here. Reach gold 4 in Classic Arena. Now I don't know if this sticks, like now that I'm in gold 4, does it stay there? Or if I regress, do I lose this? I'm not really sure. It kind of looks like it's already achieved and we're done with it, but I think it would say 0, kind of like this, if it didn't stay completed. So basically, those are the two things that I've been working on. We're gonna jump into Arena here. I know I've got some in my inventory, but I'll show you the Great Hall really quick. Basically, I've been focusing this accuracy just to try and get that Arbiter as soon as possible. Now, I realize that we're really new to be even thinking about Arbiter, but the thing about Arena is getting Arbiter without Arbiter is actually quite tricky. Here, let me see if there's any of these two while we're here. So here are my teams I'm using for Tag Team Arena. You can see this is none of these are my actual Arena teams. Here, let me just show you the teams one by one. Obviously, these are going to be quick clears, so I'll take it off auto so I can kind of show you guys what's going on. So idea here, she boosts. I don't have the turns like set on this team, so he's just going to boost as well. Then it's going to go into defense break, and he's going to nuke. So boost, boost. He didn't even bother defense breaking. Here we have Doom Screech for the defense buff. I don't even know what these two do in order. I don't think we're gonna get to see it either, but I think Achak puts up his immunity, and then I think he puts up defense buff, and then she would do her nuke. Not really the best team here, but for Tag Team Arena, it works. We won't get to see it anyway. And then finally, we didn't even get to see the last team. Oh well. What I was going to say is the reason. So I decided to climb up a rank from. Can we see the tiers? From Bronze 1 to Bronze 2. Reason being is you get 24 points per win. So if you can get there, you might have to refresh a few times throughout the day. Like, you look at my list, I only had one like really easy team. There's a couple teams that are under 300k here that I could probably clear. But basically, just odd times throughout the day, I'll jump in, I'll reset the list, see if there's any easy defenses, and I'll clear it. And then the end of the week, I will jump up to make sure I get in this middle territory so I don't get demoted. So, because on top of getting basically a time and a half, the gold bars here, or close to it, also get an extra 130 at the end of the week. Because I'm not done my Drexstar fragments yet, being able to get fragments for him and being able to collect this energy weekly is really tough if you're not in that second level. So this allows me to do both and still have some overflow, which is really nice. But let's move into Arena. So you can see my battle log recently. Here's my defense. It's not doing great. On 3 of our last 10. But on offense, we've cleared everything except for... I thought I had a loss on here. Maybe not. Okay, so we cleared our last 10. Obviously, I'm a little selective since I don't cache his... Stop. Sorry. My dog is having a little too much fun with himself. Anyway, let's refresh this list and start at the beginning. So Problem being is that some of these players have been playing this game a very, very long time. This guy's level 87. He's already got his Arbiter. Teams like this are pretty crazy to go against for a new team. I'm not overly worried about the Trunda. If anything, I'm more worried about her because I don't know what she does. Okay, chance of freeze. I'm not too worried about the freeze and the heal. Let's just jump into this fight and I'll show you what I've been doing. I do have it set up to work on auto, but we'll run it on manual, at least for the first fight here. So I've got Lady Kimmy coming in first. She boosts. We throw up the sleep with him, then attack buff. And now Foley has an interesting AoE. It is an AoE, but whoever you focus gets hit twice. So we want to make sure this Trunda dies. Also, because there's a revive here, we do need to make sure she dies and doesn't come back to life. So his skill 3 basically has an extinction passive, which means that nobody that gets killed with this skill can be revived. So let's kill Trunda. We almost kill the other 3, but not quite. If we were running a defense break, we could, but I'll get into that in a minute. So let's use our skill 2 here, slow everybody. Unfortunately, our Prince Khaimar gets frozen, which probably worst case scenario there. So we can't reset everybody. We could have just done his skill 3 again, which would have been really nice, but we'll kill Arbiter, and then we'll boost with Prince Khaimar, reset our skills, and get demolished on that turn. That freeze, actually, the funny thing is, I said that was going to mess us up, and that freeze ended up killing us. Don't know if we can still clear this, but this was not really what I... Oh, another freeze. And she cleansed the wrong buff. Might be able to bring this back. Except we keep getting defense broken. We really need Doom Priest to kill here. If we can get this kill, we might be able to bring this back. This is a great arena showcase. Just what I always wanted. Basically now it comes down to whether or not we get crit. If she crits us, we're dead. Well, she crit there and we absorbed it. We need to not get crit this one. That's too bad. And demoted. First fight. I kind of want to try that again. Oh, we're on a new list here. I can't even try it again. That sucks. I have been avoiding teams with her with Skull Crown. I have a Genbo that I can use into her. We'll go into this fight. I have ways around it, but they're just not safe. Especially if I get defense broken, I'm automatically dead. So we go first. They do have shield set, which is going to be amazing for us. We'd love to see shield set. Or I guess they didn't have shield set because he didn't have a shield. But anyway, she had a shield on her, and basically that means that when we lead with Lady Kimmy, we get the buff block, which means we can kill her regardless. Let's go ahead with our sleep. We'll buff. Now, normally I would focus Stagnite here, but really, we can't die. Actually, no, we're going to have 2 turns here, so even if we don't do enough damage to kill her, we're going to be able to kill her with one of those 2 anyway. So let's make sure the Stagnite dies. I assume this will kill her as well, and it did. So they're both extinct and can't be brought back. We can refresh. Get another stun off. But we auto-cleanse it there. And now we can just use him again, and that should kill everybody now. Alright, we got our gold 4 back. Let's do one more fight. I'll show you guys some gear and kind of what I would do to change some of this. I do have to avoid Valkyrie. If they have shield set, it's not bad, but I would guess that there's no shield set. He scares me. So a lot of these teams I still skip. This is going to be tricky. They're really thick here. Teams like this are crazy intimidating, at least to me as a new player. It's probably not overly hard as somebody, or if you've been playing for a long time, but especially like even just going against an Arbiter. Um, when like they've got all the stuff in the game and you've only been playing for a couple of months. So we do have a strip here, and then we have a follow-up strip with him. Hopefully Prince Khaimar can land this, because this could be a relatively high res team. We do get all the strips and all the sleeps, which is nice. We were unfortunate to not go first. I honestly don't know who I should be killing here. I feel like we should be killing Dracomorph, but we lost to her last time. So we take out the Dracomorph. We do get semi-nuked again, and we miss both our turns because of that freeze again. I think we're just going to S1 her. Take her out, she'll get revived, and hopefully it'll give us enough time to get back around. Oh, she didn't revive. Well then. And we got a counter into her, which is beautiful. So we'll kill her. Both get revived, but they get revived with no attack bar, so it gives us time to do this again. Unfortunately, they do have Veil, which is going to make our lives miserable. Try and strip. I really wish there was a way to take them out of Veil. Try and slow. At least we're landing our debuffs, most important thing. Let's kill her again. So teams like this are teams that I might, like on the last day I would attack it if I had to. But for now, I can just skip these teams. We can beat them, but it's just a bit too much of a grind instead of being able to auto like I would normally would. But anyway, this is how I'm kind of getting through Arena. Now, in terms of structuring teams, I think it's kind of tricky, especially as a newer player, because you don't have a lot of options, right? You kind of all the videos I've seen are just bring Arbiter as your speed buff, attack buff, and speed aura. But then they'll say you can replace her with a Haikatoon or whomever. But really, that's not necessarily true. Here, let's come back in here again. We're not going to do any more fights, but let me show you my team setups here. So this team's not ready yet. But in terms of, actually, let's do a new one. So if you wanted to use a Haikatoon as your speed, lead, and your opener, you can do that. And it's not a bad idea. Where is my Haikatoon? I know she's in here somewhere. There she is. So there's your opener. Now, ideally, you'd want a defense break. Let's throw in Duck because he's good to go. And then you're going to want an attack buff. What I would run here, because I only have one boost, right? Say, for example, I'm using him as my damage again. If I run this team, if he's really fast, I might get my defense break off. But there's no way I'm getting to fully, right? Like if she's, for example, 300 speed, and even if I got him up to 200 speed, he's like 160, 170 right now. I'll show you the gear in a minute. But if he's 160, 170, and I boost into defense break, there's no chance that he's getting a turn. What I could do is put in maybe some immunity or something like that with Sepulture, and then hope to get to the turn, but then we don't have attack buff. What I have been doing is I've been running Doom Priest for the attack buff, and then hopefully, if I can keep them semi-close in speed, whatever debuff lands, hopefully we live through it, and then she cleanses. But even, like, realistically, these teams are too good. Any Arbiter is going to attack buff the enemy. Because this really needs to do two functions. Well, it has to do a function beyond Aura and Boost, right? So you need units like Arbiter, who's got the 30% speed aura plus the boost plus the attack buff. You need three things in that slot. Another option currently in the boosted summons in the portal is Deacon Armstrong. His skill 3 does the boost. He has a speed aura. The speed aura is a little lower, so you would have to have your gear a little bit faster, but it is a speed aura, but it's got the boost and the defense break. It's doing two things at once. What I was saying with that team that I was showing is one unit you can use, and I have, I think, in a couple of my teams, is Sachi. So this allows me, we'll come back here. So instead of using Doom Priest, one of the options here I could use Sachi. So set her up with max crit. When she crits with her skill 3, she gives attack buff and boosts your attack bar, which would push him into a turn. The problem with that, and the reason I'm not using it up here, is because if something goes wrong, you're just dead. Also, my Sachi has no skill ups and is 5-star. But outside of that, Doom Priest kind of offers some protection. Being able to run Strip into crowd control is really effective. Obviously, if this was an Arbiter, it would be really nice because I already have a Strip going after it. But not having an Arbiter yet, running my Lady Kimmy as my fastest unit is just the best option. Her base speed is higher, plus I've got the best aura, plus the best base speed, and it just gives me a better chance to outspeed these people who've been playing for a year or two already. So if you're a newer player, that might be your best option. If you have any questions, make sure you leave them in the comment section down below. I will try and get to them. Let's just show the gear really quick before we wrap up the video. Here's my Lady Kimmy. She's on speed, and accuracy. She's got 295 speed, which, I mean, I know compared to people that have been playing for a while, it's not good. But for me, I thought it was actually really good. I'm really happy with where I've got her to this point. Also, she got 240 accuracy and 57k HP. Defense is a little low, but considering I'm using almost all 5-star gear, and 1, 2, 3 of them are 5, well, if you count this and this, we have 5 pieces of blue 5-star gear. I think it's going okay. I'll show you the pieces really quick, just speed-wise, so you have an idea. We got 17 speed here, 18 speed here, 20 speed on this piece, which is why I'm still using it, 20 speed on this crit rate piece, 17 speed on the chest, and speed boots, which I just got. Unfortunately, they double rolled into res instead of into crit, but that's okay. If it would have rolled double crit, I'd consider switching this, but I don't have another 20 speed piece right now anyway. And then I'm running HP with really high accuracy on the amulet. If this didn't have such high accuracy, I'd probably run crit damage here because she does have max crit. But I can't afford to get rid of that accuracy just yet. And then, of course, an accuracy banner. Only 11 speed on it, but at least it's something. Second unit on the team is Prince Khaimar, who's not even max level yet. If you guys watched yesterday's video, I rolled this piece yesterday, and a huge upgrade for him. I might even end up having to switch this to Lady Kimmy, because this piece is just so good. 20 speed with 18 accuracy and 20 HP. Moving on, I have 11 speed on this one with no accuracy, which I need to fix. This one, 10 speed, 11 accuracy. Defense on here. I might switch this to crit if I get another piece, because he's the first one to hit. So I wouldn't mind him doing a little extra damage. Plus, if he crits, he puts up poison. So if I ever get rid of the piece on Lady Kimmy, I'd probably switch it over to him. Then my second perception piece is an accuracy piece with 11 speed. Accuracy main stat. The reason I'm running accuracy main stat is 1, because I don't have an accuracy banner yet, and 2, because I'm really only using him in arena. I'm not using him anywhere else yet. I don't have the damage to speed clear waves in dungeons yet, so it's until I can do that, it's really not worth having him on anything else anyway. So even if I had an accuracy banner, I would probably leave this on for the time being. And then, of course, my gray speed boots that happen to have accuracy on them. I do have an attack amulet with accuracy. Again, same thing. I would probably have this crit damage and have this crit rate if I could, but I just don't have the gear yet. And then resistance here, mainly for the speed, until I get a banner for Demon Spawn. I just haven't been able to get one to drop. Up next, my Doom Priest. Got my Doom Priest at 220 speed. I was using her in Clan Boss, so that's why the speed was as high as it was. I can afford to change her. Her defense is really low. You can see I still have 2 gray pieces on her from when I first geared her. I just haven't re-geared her since. I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do with her. I might. Well, I'm going to have to re-gear her, obviously, but I don't really know what I want to do with her set-wise. We'll have to see. Obviously, I have to change this. This is just on here as a filler. I could put this piece on, but it's really, honestly, not much better. So I'll probably just wait until I get a better piece there. Nice thing about her is that her gear requirements aren't that high. And then finally, we got Foley. Foley has some... Oh, wait. You know what I didn't do? Sorry. I meant to show the total stats. So 264 speed on Prince Khaimar, only 32k HP, 3k defense, well, short of 3k defense. But he does have 255 accuracy with 264 speed. The 2 main stats I was looking for the way I'm using them. It's really all that matters since it's the only place I'm using them. She's at 220 with 57k HP. Nothing else really matters there, as the defense is too low for my liking. And then finally, Foley. He is on all random pieces, so no sets whatsoever, just on the best pieces I could put together to get him the stats I needed. You can see he's got exactly 100 crit, 227 crit damage with almost 3,500 attack. He also has 195 accuracy. It's because I do still use him in dungeons, and he has a defense break on his skill 1 and attack bar pushback on his skill 3, and he's got leech on his skill 2. So I do want some accuracy there. When I can afford to make him purely arena, I would switch some of that and just make him pure damage. Take him off this, probably give him an give him an attack banner, and then instead of focusing like pieces like this that have crit rate and accuracy, I would try and find crit rate and crit damage instead. But we'll see what happens. But anyway, that is where we're going to wrap up the video for today. I hope that kind of gave you guys some sort of insight into my thought process for achieving these missions for Arbiter, especially now that we're up into Gold 4. It is a little bit easier to get the medals that we need for our next achievement, because we do get 4 medal drops per win, and we need to get to 900 medals. We're currently at 255. But we do need 900 medals for that next mission, which is a lot. But work in progress. But anyway, this video turned out way longer than I thought it was going to be, but I hope you enjoyed it anyway. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you enjoyed it. Also, don't forget to leave in the comment section what you guys are using. And if you did subscribe to the channel, let me know what number subscriber you were, so that later on we can come back and it'd be cool to be able to see who were like the first few subscribers to the channel. Hope everyone has a great night, and we'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.